So, hello everyone. Good evening, good night, wherever you are. So, very happy to welcome you all to today's Out of the Box developer episode, where we have got someone who brought a very interesting topic for tonight. But first of all, let's say hello to everyone here. So, Pedro, good evening. How are you doing?
Hello, good evening, uh, everybody, wherever you are. Yeah, today is a very interesting topic. I've been doing this like since the beginning of the year. I think uh, for me, this is the year of AI. So, and probably for most of us, it's the same. People are discovering how much AI can help in their lives, not only their work. So I think it's today would be an
Mm,
interesting day to show some interesting things we can do
yes,
with our
sure.
current
Hmm.
tools we have.
Yes. So let's say hello to Luis as well. How are you
Hello,
doing?
everyone. Yeah, I'm fine. After some sessions, I was absent, focusing on other tasks here. Now I'm finally back, so it's good to be here with you, and I'm looking forward to this conversation because automation is something that I think is very interesting, but it's something that I'm usually not doing in practice. So I will listen very carefully and try to put into practice after this conversation.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes. And let's say to hello to Igor as well. So,
Hi, Tila. Hi, Pedro. Hi, Luis. Hi, everyone that is watching us. Subject is something that I'm really passionate about. Automation. I try to automate everything I can. I would like to automate much more. We can get rid of repetitive tasks that can be done by a machine, and learning from the AI guy here or Pedro Cavalero will be amazing. I've learned so much about AI this year with him, and I'm pretty sure we are going to start and have an amazing session today. So, like we said, looking forward to learn a lot on that. And
hmm.
by the way, I'm with the bean hat here. It was a gift from my mentor, spring guru, John Thompson. Thanks a lot if you're watching this session for any reason. I've learned also a lot from the very beginning of Spring and Java as well with this John Thompson. And thanks a lot for this gift, and
Hmm.
looking forward to continue learning a lot today on automation and AI with all you guys.
Yes. So that's going to be amazing. But first of all, if you have got any questions, then let's put it into the chat so that we can have a conversation and we can even help you better if we know where are your problems. So let's have some questions as well. But I think it's the moment to give the word to Pedro, right? So you can start explaining. So I'm looking forward for your explanation about your approach because
Yeah,
automation is my weak point. So I'm here to learn with you.
yeah. I think as developers, every time we think about something that we need to do, and we start like thinking that it's a repetition we need to do like every time, we always think, oh, okay, I need to create a script for that, I need to implement something for that. And but sometimes we it's not that easy, right? So sometimes we say, oh, okay, implementing this is not that we will take some time, and we ended up not doing it because we do that now and then. Of course, now with AI tools start helping us a lot on that and doing everything, right? And we are like using ChatGPT as our friend now. Of course, but I think it's important to understand that all these AI tools, the chat tools, they can do a lot more than chat. And of course, when you go even deeper, you can get to a point to make it create lots of very, very interesting stuff, right? And of course, as developer, we can go even deeper and actually implement stuff that runs and generates scripts and go on. I think I want to come from this high level, and then we go deep and deep and deep, and then we get to codes and stuff.
Sure.
So yeah, I let me share my screen, and then we can start talking, and then we can have some ideas, right? Uh, I will use Gemini. Sorry, it's in Portuguese. I I wasn't able to change it to English, right? But but it's the same as we
Yeah. It
always
just says
we know.
hello, Pedro.
Yeah. So, but the point is, every time everybody is already used to this kind of tool. We ask stuff, it goes and and it understands what we want, etc. So. I think it's interesting to understand. For example, when we click here and we see what it suggests, it says deep research. Uh, Almost all these tools have this deep research, right? ChatGPT started with it, and then we have. I think I don't know if it was ChatGPT or if it was Perplexity. They like start searching the internet and returning stuff and organizing in a report what we want, right? So, for example, in my case, uh, I wanted to discuss about oh, visa, Canada visa. No, not that. Yeah, like how to update my passport here in Canada. You know, I know that I could go and find this information there in the in the website, but when I ask it here, it goes to the internet and checks in the website and put step by step for me everything that I need to do. It's something that we are already using, right? I know that people don't don't uh, uh, don't understand that these tools they actually is doing a search in the internet and organizing the information for me. It's important to understand that. And then when we use like a deep research, what those tools do, they can go and look for a bunch of websites, like more than 50 websites, depend on the case, right? And then it's very good when you want to create a report or when you want to discuss something, right? So I will give it here a thing. And of course, there is other stuff that this guy can do. Gemini now has Nano Banana, that is a model that is incredible for to create images and stuff. So in my
So,
case, for
Pedro,
example, mm,
just before we jump into the image creation, we could say that the deep research is something that goes much deeper in the sources to make sure that the information the model is going to generate in that report is
mhm,
actually real, is factable, right?
exactly, it's not hallucinations, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem with the beginning ChatGPT is that sometimes people ask something to ChatGPT and then it starts hallucinating, right?
Yes.
We know that these models knows a lot of stuff by itself. They don't need to go to internet to know lots of stuff. But we know that they can hallucinate. So when we want to have names, dates, statistics, this kind of stuff, it's important to use a tool that goes to internet, right? That's why I'm using Gemini here because now I see Gemini as a tool that is a very complete tool. I will
Yeah.
show you why, right? Because it can go deep and they just can go like one call to internet and return. They can go in that deep research and create a bunch of information, right? And get a bunch of information. It can create images in a very, very important way, but not only create image, but understand images.
Mm.
So you can send image and start discussing about that. In my cell phone, I actually can just turn on my camera and start talking to Gemini, right? It's that incredible, this guy here. But we're not talking about that, right? So, and then there are other stuff that I think it's more advanced here, right? In this case, for example, I'll use this canvas. What is this canvas is? When sometimes we want to create some tool, right? Oh, I need a tool. I need a tool to help me to convert uh, my room temperature from Fahrenheit from Canada is strange unit to Celsius, right? And if I use Canvas, it not only helps me on understanding what is it, but it actually creates a tool that can run like right away. Okay, so
It it has just generated an HTML
yeah,
with a
and
tool to
just
convert.
running. Yeah,
Oh my, that's
and just
amazing.
running. Yeah, you see, like right away. Of course, there is some weird stuff here. I don't know why. I can I can just I can say here, okay, oh man, let me get this guy here. I paste it. This is weird. Fix it. you know, ah, man, those latex math symbols are definitely showing up where they shouldn't. Okay, better, right? So
There.
you mean like one with well, I have a problem, a small one, and I can create like a code that I don't want to put it in a server, right? To be able to use it. I'm not. Sometimes I'm not even a developer, so I just want to have a small tooling for me. So I created something similar to it. No, yeah, like a conversion guide to Brazilian immigrants in Canada. So I did almost the same here, and I asked it, okay, uh, convert all units that you can remember that could be a problem for that are problems to immigrants. So, for example, shoes. I have okay in Brazil. I my shoe is 40,
That's
so I
very
need.
useful. You should publish it.
Yeah, this is useful, right?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
at least it's something that I could use for myself. And boom, it's here, right? I just asked it like the same. If I want to have some other stuff, it would. But my my actual prompt here was very small. Some useful units from Brazilian to Canadian ones like clothing, shoes, penning, temperature, and other Brazilian immigrants in Canada may find interesting. That's it.
Mhm.
What this guy does here, it's an agent that goes in the internet, look what they may find interesting, what we can see and get more requirements, and boom, get some stuff here, some stuff done. This is the canvas, right? Canvas is like this, but canvas can create different other kind of stuff, not like.
Hey Pedro, just a question. This Canvas tool is only available on Gemini, or do we can find it on Perplexity or other
Yeah,
providers?
Perplex, I don't know, but I know that we have that in ChatGPT, but I think
Mm,
it's only in the paid version. It's the paid version of Gemini as well. Okay, just for everybody
sure.
know, it's not the free version. I don't know if the free version is available, the canvas available, but here in the paid version we have that. right? Uh, but and then we can say, oh man, I want to go further, right? I want to check my calendar and see if it's in my during my next meeting, how the temperature gonna be, you know, and I say, oh man, I want to plug in my stuff, and then that's something that is start growing in the space here. I tried Cloud Desktop. If you have Cloud subscription, Cloud Desktop can do that already. They can put they even they it in this feature. Cloud is even more powerful than Gemini because they can integrate with MCPs, integrate with lots of apps, lots of apps, a huge number of apps, you know, and even my Google Workspace, for example. So if you have a cloud subscription, you can do that. Uh, and it's a local desktop application, and then it can run locally stuff, right? This is another step on this thing. So, for example, if I wanted to check, I did say, look at my Gmail and generate a report about my last 3 purchases. My Gemini has access to that because I added. Okay, what I did here, it has connected apps, and then you can click and say which are the apps that you want to be connected. For Gemini, it's just Google Workspace and something else. But for example, for Cloud Desktop, you have a bunch of it, right? Much more powerful in this case. But in my case here, I want my stuff. So if I want my stuff, it's okay, right? And then it went say, boom, get my some of my things that I bought here, right? I want to see a Broadway musical, so I bought some tickets for this musical that we're gonna have in Toronto this month. The Sound of Music. I love musicals. Uh, and then it says, okay, I can export it to spreadsheet and stuff. I say, no, 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 no. I want to do more, right? I want you to get all my purchase for November from only from e-commerce and calculate the average paid value per purchase. We know that these kind of chatbots, they are not very good on calculating stuff. We know that, right? But now we can see, for example, that it can go to my Gmail, get some of my purchase, lots of it, and then it start calculating. And say, oh, how it calculates that? It use, or in this case, it was using JavaScript, right, to calculate this thing. So you remember the canvas that can run stuff. Here it can run stuff as well. So if sometimes you ask to do stuff here, it can calculate stuff. So maybe I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, let's try. Get the values from the table and create a chart.
Yeah, we like to see live things happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
Sometimes
course,
we have live
not
coding. Now we
yeah,
have
not
live vibe coding.
Exactly.
yeah. Of course, not all not all things could be live because it takes some time to create stuff. Like for example, that other that I showed like about the conversion units, the second one, the big one, it took like 5 minutes to finish. You know.
Yeah.
So of course, 5 minutes here, we don't have all this time for sure. So for
Sure.
but this, you see, it just created like a chart. How it does it, right? It goes and create using some actual code, right?
Yeah.
So
By
in
that
this case,
chart,
it's not showing
Yeah.
me which code
Yeah.
it's using, but it creates.
Yeah, by that chart, we can see that you're buying more furniture than electronics.
Yeah, I had to buy some drawers for my bedroom. But that's the immigrant life. We don't have all the stuff.
Exactly.
You see? So this is interesting. Uh, it's kind of really, really powerful. I ask something to get from my Gmail. I can run code here that integrates with the data from my Gmail. I can do that all the way around. I could export this to spreadsheet, and then I create a spreadsheet in Gmail. Oh, in Google Drive, right? So when we see this kind of features, we start saying, I I may have a use for that, right? So sometimes we start thinking a lot about what we can be used. I did another. I said, okay, I want to have some tax simulator. Just another example, right? Create a CRA tax simulator so we can see how much I make, and how much the deductions I can have. So can I optimize my deductions? If I remove, for example, if I don't put any contribution in anything, I have to pay for
A
100,000. I
lot.
put 100,000. Yeah, one hundred
That,
thousand
that
here
that's
in
also
Canada.
a very useful kind of application.
Look at this, and then it shows how much my tax I paid in taxes, and it can say how much I saved. It's it's really really powerful, right? It's Canvas as well. Canvas is very very powerful.
And all these features they are in Gemini Pro, right, Pedro?
Right. This is Gemini Pro. Now my Gemini Pro have another feature that I'm trying here, is the what they call dynamic visualization, and it generates things similar to Canvas, but like this. Let me ask here, and I show you the result. If it if it takes too much time. I want to know the events that will happen uh, in the during the next weeks here in Toronto. I want to see them in a map so I can choose the ones that are near me. Uh, these two must allow me to choose the week, and it shows the events only for that week. It must allow me to filter by day as well. You can use at least the To Do Toronto blog as source, but you can use any. Right? And then it starts creating like something similar to the canvas, but of course it needs to get data from many places,
It's kind
right?
of deep search, right?
It's kind yeah it's a little more uh look, it's using like more thinking, you see. It's a
Yeah.
start thinking lots of stuff, clarifying times assumptions, planning event details, blah blah blah. Let me see
That pace,
when it
right?
finish. Yeah, this is one that I have done already.
Oh,
So
you
for
have one
example, for this
already.
guy, yeah.
Great.
So for example, it creates something like this: all week for this next week, Let's put this week. This week it has Raptors vs Portland Trail Blazers in Discord
Oh, nice.
Arena. Yeah, it's NBA. I love it.
I do watch NBA as well.
Yeah. And then we have, for example, choirs because it's Christmas, so lots of choirs, lots of concerts about Christmas. We have NHL. People here in Toronto love NHL.
Yeah.
It's so
Can you
expensive.
can you zoom into the map and then the list is getting shorter or not?
No, this is just this did not in this case.
Hmm.
We
You can
we
do
could
an
add to that.
enhancement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We always can. So for the next week, you see, so we have some here.
Oh, amazing.
Another game, right?
And
So I
these
say,
are all
wow,
close
that's
to you,
awesome.
right? All these
Yeah, because
events are close to
yeah,
you.
I live around here actually. If you look, I live around here.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, so from here to here, it's like getting some subway and we are there.
Pedro's address exposed to the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just kidding.
yeah, yeah. It's just
everybody knows
region.
now I'm leaving. Welcome to take a coffee here in my house.
Thank God you're in Canada. You're not at risk. We cannot do the same here.
All right. So this is very very good. When if you start thinking lots, you can go even further, right? Where is our? Oh, see, it still didn't finish. Oh, it's already almost finished. Loading. Let's see how it goes here. Yay! Go for it, Gemini. It's take a while. And then I tried, for example, I when I start doing these things, I say, okay, I want to do more. Right? I want to do more, and I said, uh, it did the list for me before I thought I think about that canvas. It just did like that, and I say, okay, create a plan for the here. I want to create a plan for Sunday, starting 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with at least 4 events, spending the lesser money possible in choosing events. Right? And then it
Important
went,
details.
yeah, and put it here. Cost, location.
It's
Yeah,
a
you can start
guideline.
your day doing live. Of course, this is all this planning, vacation planning. People are doing using ChatGPT stuff. You can do that, but it's going to be and this is that you can create from the beginning. Okay, get all this. I show choose one, so I can get for my weekend, right? And see what I want to do, whatever, right? Okay, I mean this is like day to day stuff. Let's say, for example, unfortunately, I don't have the example here because I can't. But I did this. I did a similar thing because these moments are the performance evaluation moments, right? Performance evaluation. So how do we do performance evaluation? We need to get everything that we did for the last 6 months and
Mm.
and put this in a report, not one report, because we have like 10 or 15 questions about comparing yourself to the company values, company whatevers, right? So you have like 20, you have a bunch of data, you have 20 questions to answer, and if you don't do that correctly in a good way, you don't put in your manager hands enough information about you to help him to make your case to the to the high management. That's the way we do for enterprise, right? That's and then what I did, this I would just tell, right? And I didn't use Gemini at this case because at work I use Cursor. So I used Cursor. I had GitLab MCP, and I asked the cursor go there and get all my PR, the list of all my PRs that I did for the last 6 months,
Mm.
right? And then cursor went get all my PRs from the last 6 months, and then I said, okay, I have Jira MCP, and say, okay, get all the tickets that I finished in the last 6 months, and it went all tickets. And then I said, okay, these are the tickets. And then I get the document say explaining each question from the performance evaluation. I have a document, big one, put there as well. And say, okay, now we have all the information. Let's start answering these questions now. And boom, everything with all data. And then I had like a very good summary what I did. Of course, when it doesn't understand what is more important and what is not, I gave him the information. Oh, this is more important than this. This is more important than that. I want you to focus on this thing, on that thing, on that thing. Well,
Yeah.
and then
You need to refine the report, right? Until it
of
gets
course,
into a state that you want.
exactly. But you see, it's a part of work that is not actually coding, and
Yeah.
it's not totally automated. And then I start thinking, all right, I have other problems, right? I have stuff that I do like outside of work, right? I have a YouTube channel for this episode here is being streamed to this YouTube channel as well, like as our out of the box developer channel in YouTube as well. So what I would like to do, well, I would love to have an episode like that with 1 hour divided in 5 cuts of 5 to 10 minutes, right? So how do I do that? Well, we all know, right? We have the episode. We get the video. We listen to the video again. We mark the points that we want to cut. We cut it. We create a title. We create a description. We create a thumbnail. We do that in a way that it's good for YouTube, right? And then we upload that to YouTube with all the information that we need. How do we do that? We can take that 3 hours to do that, more even more if you are not that if you don't you know how to use correct tools, right? And I said, wow, why I can't like automate that, right? This is one thing. Another thing that I like to do, I say, well, I have an episode like that. I want to create some blog posts about the things that I said here in this episode, right? So it's exactly the same information, right? I'm creating content here, but it's not the same way that I want to present. I'm presenting here in a podcast episode. I want to create a blog post in my in my in my blog, and I say, wow, what I have to do, I have to get the video, get all the text, find the good information here, rewrite in a way that it's good for a blog post, depending on what I want. If I want to just put the information that it's okay, if I want to just put an info and say, okay, if you wanted to see the entire episode, go here. It depends on what I want, right? And then I go to my blog, open a post, publish there, create an image because for a blog post it's good to have an image, upload to the blog post, add to the post, add there, publish. You see, all this work, we have part of the work that we can, as a developer, can think of how to automate, right? Oh, I have the text, I have the WordPress. I can create a Python script that can send that to WordPress. Cool, right? Same for the cuts. if I have all that cuts, I can create a Python script that uses FFmpeg, and okay, these are the cuts. Create these cuts for me, and you can create a script, right? What we can't automate, mostly, the thinking part, the part that we choose the cuts, the part that we choose how to create the blogs, the part that we choose the topics, the part that we choose how it's gonna be formatted. All these are what AI can do today, right? So I say, oh, that's cool. Let's going to create it. So I created here one for me. To create this guy, I use it. In my case, I use a Gemini CLI. Oh, Pedro, you're like advertising for Gemini today. Oh man, Gemini. It's not. I chose a Gemini because Gemini CLI is free. That is a free part of it. You can use it. For me, only the free part is enough to do all this work that I'm
Very
showing you.
good. I use a
Yeah,
lot. It's great.
Yeah. People say, oh, Claude is much better. Yeah, probably. But I don't need to pay it, right? And so you can use it here. And now Google just launched the anti-gravity that has everything like embedded, but I still didn't use that enough. So I said, okay, Gemini, I want to create that. So I am developer. How do I automate these things? I know there are parts that the AI must think. I know there are parts that needs to be executed in the correct way, like creating a script. As a developer, I know that. So I start vibe coding it with Gemini. And I say, Gemini, I want to do this, this, right? And then Gemini started helping me, for example, to create this, what I called autoblog, right? How do we create a text like this that can guide uh, an AI agent to execute exactly what we want to execute? It's pretty much a step-by-step guide. Okay, so my guide here, it says, okay, what it does, it outlines a step-by-step process to converting a YouTube video into a series of blog posts with featured images and publish them to WordPress. That's what it's going to do. And then I create all the steps. I didn't write any of these lines here, okay? It was just vibe coded. I was guiding Gemini to create this workflow for me, and then we start discussing what the best way to do this. And he chose his own way, and then I change it, but we keep it creating step by step. I knew what the step by step was. We talked here, right? And then it started creating. Of course, as soon as it improves, we can change and stuff. So for example here, initialization, I get the YouTube video ID, I create a directory, you see, and then I have some run the commands, like get my virtual environment, and then run the command, run the script. Oh my god, we have a script here. Why? Because I had to take the text from a YouTube video. How to do that? Right? There's many ways. And it's the best way, of course, is to go and have some Python script that can do that for me. In my case, the transcribe. Again, everything created by Gemini. I say, Gemini, create a script that does this. And Gemini starts creating. Okay? So that's what I'm just telling the step by step that I did to create this guy. And as soon as I create that, I can start executing it for a video. How to execute that? then I come to the Gemini here. So this is my Gemini. It's open in my folder, and I put this guy in the context, so Gemini knows what I'm doing, right? And then I say, okay, I want to do that for a video. Let me get a video here. And I will put this start running, and then I'm gonna stop, okay? Let me get a video here
Let's see.
from my channel.
Let's see that in action.
Yeah, let me see how it, if it's good. I'll get one guy here, and then let's say create one blog post. I can say it's my, the workflow is mostly saying 5, but when I put the difference number here, it understands. Create one blog post for the video. Blah. My blog is. I don't remember if I need to put. No, I don't need to put this here.
So in the Markdown file, you have the instruction prompts, and then it will read from that and execute from the video, create the post, and post it, right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Look here. First, I will create a directory to store assets from this blog post. This command create a new directory named blog, and I'll keep your journey files organized. That's the first step. Right? I would say, okay, create it. I can use that in YOLO mode, like YOLO, like you only live once, right?
Yeah, it will
So
accept everything, right?
go for it, man. Don't ask, right?
It's a
But of course, I sometimes I do. These scripts are, I have done that like a bunch of times, so I'm pretty confident they are good.
I
So,
mean,
and I
if
say,
you have a container, maybe it's better.
oh yes, if you're running a container, okay, it's even better, right? And of course, you can have like a list of the commands that it allows always, right? So you think, okay, it's not gonna delete all my all my computer, right? But for example, now here you see it's running a script, because this script says, okay, we have this guy, right? And then it executes. It say, now I have the transcript, because it ran a script and downloaded the transcript, right? And I say, okay, it seems there an issue reading the file, blah blah blah, because it can, oh, because it was git ignored. And say, okay, yeah, please read it. So it's here, all the text, and then now it has all the text in the context. Boom.
and let me ask
Oh,
you, Pedro, and these features that are sharing with the Gemini CLI, they are also available in the free version. Can we do that with the free
this is the
version?
free version. Yes.
Oh, great.
Everything that
Amazing.
I did in Gemini CLI, I did in the free version. The Gemini, the app in the web,
Mhm.
there is difference from the pro and the free versions, right?
Oh.
So and then it says, oh, I want to write this. Let's take a look here in the anti-gravity what he's doing. What the name of the video? 2BPN.
Hey guys, I just want to point out that we have a fresh dad watching us, Hugo. Hey,
Oh
all
my
today
god!
part of the audience. Hey, Hugo.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Congrats on
Hugo!
your newborn.
The new
Congratulations, Hugo.
dad! Yay! Now Hugo is like watching us with, and in putting his newborn to understand how AI works, like since the beginning.
Exactly.
Exactly, exactly. You need to bring your little one here in one of the sessions.
Yeah, definitely. Look at here. So the idea here is to have a summary of like the blog post that we created, and then it goes and continues and said, okay, now it creates the blog post itself. Oh, hello, Valo. Have you thought about moving to Europe or the US and wonder if your skills are good enough? It's a common fear. Blah 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 blah. And I think there is a mention to probably have a mention to Igor here.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes it puts some mentions.
That's great.
Yeah, another speaker. Oh, they didn't know that is Igor.
Another speaker, yeah.
It's probably you because I got a video from our episode here.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So and then we have that, right? So let's take a look here in what we have in Gemini. And Gemini now it's going to generate an image. Generating an image is another stuff, right? We know the code to call the APIs to generate images, but how to create a prompt, right? How to create a prompt, because the prompt is the difference here, right? If we look at the awk flow here, it has the part that is feature image generation.
That's great. You have everything on that workflow, even
Yeah.
the image.
That these workflows are the core of all these automations, right?
Yeah.
So we have the automation here. It says feature image generation, and it generate the prompt, and then it pass the prompt in run the command. Let's run the command. I hope I still have some. Oh, let's see if it works.
It's using Gemini.
Yeah,
Not
now it's using
OpenAI.
Gemini. I created this week. Let's see if it worked.
To use the new Nano Banana?
Yeah. Wow.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, awful! I have a third leg, a third arm.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But at least the words are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dolly doesn't know how
Well,
to write.
of course,
But the locations.
Yeah, New York and also Paris, Rome,
Rome, Paris,
shouldn't use this guy
Egypt.
here.
London.
London.
But I liked your third arm. It's strange, right?
Yeah. So funny. Well, it didn't. It shouldn't be here, but actually, it shows me a bug because I did that like last week to change from OpenAI to Nano Banana, and now I can see we can have problems.
But I can guarantee you, if you publish that with that image, you have the double views.
Yeah, people mention, "Oh, you didn't see it."
Yeah, they will just
Yeah.
visit it the double.
Look at this, and now it's calling the WordPress uploader, another
Oh,
script that we created, like vibe coding, and I
oh
added
my!
here to publish it to my WordPress.
Did it post it in your blog post?
It did. It did. Let's check.
Do you need to approve, or this goes live as soon as
Of
it's
course
posted?
not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to
As a
ask.
draft.
You give your permission to do
No. To go
No.
live.
No,
So,
create a draft.
it created a draft. You
Oh,
see my nice image here.
yeah.
Hugo said that it's the agent arm growing from Pedro. The third arm.
See everything here.
Senior mindset, and it's also a good article if you take a look on it.
Yeah. Of course, the article has a prompt to how to create this article. Let's show here. Blog post generator here.
Where is
Instruction.
it? Title, tone, audience. You give him the directions that you expect. How to generate the text on the article.
Exactly. We know that everything with AI is prompt engineering.
Exactly.
Of course, I didn't write everything here. That prompt engineering is the AI is better than you in prompt engineering as well. So you need to ask AI what write a rule that is good for the AI to take, and blah blah, and then it creates
So
the rules that is
you,
good for AI to use it.
you also used Gemini to write these prompts and to get it perfected.
Exactly.
Great, great, great.
This is
So
So
vibe prompting.
yeah, vibe
Vibe
prompting
prompting.
makes
vibe prompt
sense.
everything. So you see, so I create this. I said what I want. I want that is not that difficult. Use clear and simple language. Avoid jargons. The audience is people that has English as second language. Structure. This oh, hello fellow devs. Hi team. Blah blah. Do that. Do this. Do that. Clean up. Blah blah. Code handling. Blah. Conclusion. Signature. The way I want it. My
Yeah,
right.
that's amazing. That's really,
Yeah.
really awesome.
You see, and and of course the image part is a bug now because I changed it. I shouldn't, but well,
No, it's
it
not a
works.
bit. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Now you
Yeah,
have a third arm. You can
I'm
say
using
that
an banana.
you can say yeah, and that's even more concerning because it's a third arm made from a banana. So keep that in
Don't say
mind.
please.
Oh, Pedro, uh,
Hmm.
the other day was trying the new Gemini 3 from Gemini CLI, so I think you should try it out. You just need to, I think, um,
Gemini CLI 3
yeah, no, you can use the Gemini 3,
in Gemini
the
CLI.
yes, the new model. You just need to, what's the name? You need to change something in your configuration on Gemini CLI configuration to allow it to use the new model, to try the new model. Yeah,
Mm.
to
Oh,
use
here
Gemini 3 enable preview features.
Oh,
in
I used the
settings.
last week and
Oh,
it is great. You should try it out.
and that's
awesome. I
for
agree.
the text generation, Luis.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
it's
sure if
for the
it's
agent.
yeah,
Probably for
maybe
the
for the
agent.
image as well.
Oh, so it uses
Oh
it for
yeah, for
all.
the no the images is calling a script.
Ah, okay.
Images is using here the generate image script. It's not that easy as far as I understand. Models generate.
And you mentioned that you changed for use the banana feature and you changed that on that script you just showed.
Yeah, but I was my main idea was to create thumbnails because
Oh,
to create blog posts, it's better to use at a one cheap model like DALI 3. DALI is fairly cheap and we don't need to have like any fancy generation, so you can just generate stuff. I let me show you here in my in the blog. So for example, if you look at the blog, there's DALI generated
mm,
images. You see?
yeah, this is more cartoon like.
Yeah, more cartoon like. But when we look at the channel, we need to do something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are some cases that it generates these like photo images. That is not me, you know. So that's the problem here.
Mm.
Every time, sometimes it generates these photos, And they say, no, don't do that. I say, oh, actually, I want to do that, but with my image. Right? And I was trying to do something like this.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a banana generated as well. Because it takes my photo.
yeah.
I said, and then I created a prompt to say, okay, get my expression, blah blah blah, put on the side, lose the words, rah 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 rah, and then it generates something like this.
Yeah, it's a good result, I would say.
Yeah,
Kind,
it needs to kinda, yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, my point is I didn't write all the prompt. I created a prompt template and I said to generate a prompt considering this video here, right? And now create a prompt using this template and then call the generate image. If you can take a look here in the video cutting tab image generation here.
Mm.
Where is that? Yeah, here. Create a YouTube thumbnail to provide a reference match for a video title, focus, crop and zoom video reference photo, expression, generated expression, background, generated background, create the text, generated text, and this is the expression, background, text.
Oh, yeah, he's getting the value from above and inserting that in the prompt below.
Yeah, and
Where,
then it
where
uses this guy to create a prompt, and then it sets the prompt here.
So it generates first the expression, the background, the text, and then it inserts it below.
Yeah,
Amazing, yeah. It's all on the prompt engineering side, right?
exactly. You see, this is
Yeah.
this is a very cool way to create an AI agent that does stuff for you. Because this guy here just uses scripts and it runs locally, right? So, for example, in my saw the blog guy. Blog guy just text, but the video cuts. It gets some video. It creates cuts. It creates images. It creates descriptions. It uploads to YouTube. And then the ones that I showed here in YouTube, they were totally created.
They are generated. These videos are generated. They are not cuts.
They cuts.
Mhm.
No, they are cuts. But cuts
Yeah.
from our let me open here.
Our sessions here. I
Our
believe.
sessions here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You see?
I remember that session.
You see? But what the most important is the cut itself was chosen. I got the subtitles, divided, asked him to divide it, choose the topics, choose where it could be going to cut, get this point, cut the video, create the title, create the description, everything. So all the work that is automatic, like the script to upload, cuts, and stuff, right? All this, they don't need to generate like every time. It's already here, right? Call this script, call this. You see? But the actual cuts, they're divided. So I think I need to start like concluding here my my session.
Yeah.
But we went from like ChatGPT more normal mode, like asking questions, to searching the internet, to go deep searching internet, to start creating small tools. Then we go deep in the code and start creating entire workflows with scripts, right? That execute stuff for you, you know. Many times that I start creating the cuts, I start like allowing this make it execute like allow always, and then I stop. It starts executing because creating cuts takes time, right? Creating
Yeah.
videos take time, and then I allow it to run it here, and I go dinner. And when I sometimes I come here and see if how it goes and go
Yeah, that's good.
where this guy is,
Uh,
So
Pedro, just a question. I believe you mentioned the places where the cuts are done. How do you specify? You put that in the prompt. You do that. I believe you don't do that manually, right? They are in this
no,
workflow.
yes,
You
I should.
define the start and the end.
Nah, not me.
Oh,
I
he
download
does.
what it does. It downloads the subtitles from YouTube.
Yes.
Then it here the subtitles, right? Then it get the subtitles and create these cuts. Then it
Mm.
creates what I call this file here that is cuts.me.
You mentioned there 5 interesting subjects in the flow,
Yeah, mostly five.
and how it does know that these subjects are interesting.
Because I put what I consider interesting.
Oh, you put it somewhere.
Yeah, I put here. Yeah. Hey. Another good 2025 5 interesting and valuable cuts for a developer audience. Just it. And it works.
Just that.
Yeah. No need to be much more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, if maybe from that for a developer audience, it tries to figure out what are interesting subjects for developers, and then
Yeah.
based on that,
Yeah,
it selects
Mm-hmm.
the
because from the
context.
subtitles it has all the context, so
Mhm.
it knows that we are talking with developers, and it
Yeah,
tries to find interesting inside that context. That's very good.
great. That's
And then it
amazing.
creates
It's
something
simple.
like this. You see? Cut 1, the evolution of Java veteran, 20 years of code, is starting at 0730 and finishing 1530. Name of the cut. Description. Embark your journey through 20 years of development with Java veteran. Pedro Cavalero shares his rich experience about the toy language. Blah, blah, blah. Segment is a must watch for any developer interested in the story of evolution of Java. The from monoliths to microservices. AI powered development beyond the hype.
Mm.
And this is so good in terms of description, because when you look at descriptions you can click it, right? So this description here is very complete. Of course I added that, like, oh, add this to be clickable, add this, you know.
Mm. Ah, I see.
And of course we don't have more time, but I have another workflow that is creating shorts.
Hmm.
If you look at the channel content, we have
That's
these
very
shorts.
trend.
Yeah, like this.
Nice.
That's great, eh?
Yes,
Yeah,
very
so
nice. Amazing.
Yeah.
So we could continue for another session. I
yeah.
think.
Oh yeah, it just
Let's
it.
do it
Okay.
next time.
No, there is no other session. It's just it.
Can you say the number of shorts that you want as well?
Yeah, I mostly I don't put, I just put like 10, and
Oh, okay.
then sometimes I ask, oh, 20, and that's it. See,
Mhm.
you look at this. I went from I can't do that. Actually, it's real. It went from 0 because I couldn't do any shirts
Mhm.
to
100.
Now I have more than 100.
Yeah, 100. Yeah.
Mm.
Right? Of course, they
Lots.
were improving. The very first ones were very bad, totally off organ. It was not correctly cut, But now it's kind of okay. It
You
works.
did perfect it, because I can
Yeah.
see a lot of work, even if you use the tool and it helps a lot to automate it all. You've been perfecting the scripts, the workflow, your prompts, and that's pretty amazing to see all its power and how. And we are seeing the results here. We are not just seeing theory, right? That's
No,
amazing,
it's not,
Pedro.
not theory. It's working.
Yeah,
And what I say, the things that you said is correct. It's perfecting. It's never perfect, right? You never started from the perfect moment, the perfect
exactly.
workflow. You started from the one that can help you a little. Oh, I started without the upload first. It was just cuts, and then I had to upload myself, right? And then I said, no, I can't do that like by hand. I need to automate that as well. And then I said, okay, let's create a script to upload. And I had lots of other things that we need to know, because how YouTube allows me to upload from API, all the credentials and all this stuff that we had to learn. But actually, I didn't have to learn. I asked Gemini. Gemini, go and say me the step by step what I need to do, and then I
Great.
went and did
Mhm.
and create and stuff. There is lots of stuff, and there is some few steps that I can't do yet, right? So there is some steps that I want to do. One, I wanted to publish with the date for me, but it's still not easy to organize the dates. It's just uploads and draft, you know, and publish like schedule for a date. It's something that I
Mhm.
couldn't do yet. Another thing that I want to do is LinkedIn.
Mm.
I just created a script that can send a post to LinkedIn. Other credential stuff, lots of stuff. Right, good. Now I have a script that can send post to LinkedIn. Now I have to create a workflow that gets information from our podcast and create posts to LinkedIn. And then I will have the problem with scheduling as well, right?
Yeah, but
So
you kind of created a framework, and you're making the functionalities of this framework to expand. You started with blog posts, and then moved to videos, and then to shorts, and you're kind of following that same structure and getting it perfected on every front, and then moving to LinkedIn right now. So that looks
mhm.
very amazing, Pedro.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And the
I,
best
I
thing,
mm,
and the best thing about this automation you created is that you're not creating content out of nowhere. You're
exactly.
Yeah.
repurposing your content, the content you already have, and creating more
Is
content
I
from
Yeah.
think
it.
this is the most important part, because AI, people are like think I sometimes think, oh, I will let AI to create the content for me. The AI can create content, we know. That AI stuff that we already know. But it's different when you get your content. You hit propose the content, right?
Mhm.
I want to change my content to to a different media, to a different channel, right? So I need to do some work on that, and this kind of work AI is very very good at. So that's my and every time people, if someone come to me, oh, I saw your blog post. Oh, what about what? About how to how to be an international developer in Canada. Oh yeah, when we had an episode that we talked about how it was the immigration, blah blah. So it's my
Yeah.
content, you know.
You're aware of the content. If that's just generated, you have no idea of what has
Yeah,
been generated there.
exactly.
Exactly.
Nice.
And
Nice. I
Pedro,
love it.
a question about the scripts. Uh, was there any reason why you choose Python, or is only because you're familiar with the language and it's easier to check what has been generated? I mean, any restrictions from Gemini's side, or does it accept other languages as well?
It accepts any language for sure.
Mm,
Of course, there are languages that are easier to script than others. Python is a language that is a script language for so long,
yeah.
right? So it's very easy to create one Python file that is a script that does one thing, and and it's much easier than like using Java for this. For example, you can
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
like using Java. How are we gonna do that? I will have to Maven and stuff, and
A lot of stuff, right? So better
yeah. So
Python or JavaScript there for this type
Mm.
for
of thing.
this type of work, yeah, I think
Yes.
now it's a matter of what kind of work you're doing, and in this case,
Yes,
Python is easy, much easier.
absolutely. You just need the right tool for the right work and right
Yeah,
language.
and of course the one that you know, because sometimes things get stuck, and you need to know how to debug the thing. You know, I got a problem with one when I was creating shorts. The a Gemini couldn't create the number correct to make the to take our video that is like this to like this, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is our video is like this, the video in shorts is this, and so our video is like in the middle. That middle was impossible. Gemini couldn't do that for some unknown reason. And I said, okay, let me do that. And then give me the command. And then he gave me the command. And then I started trying like manually. I found the numbers and I gave, okay, this is the number. Keep it fit, let's continue.
Mm.
That's
So
great.
Okay.
this is
So
normal. It's a normal thing when we are using AI because AI sometimes got stuck and then
mm,
they just don't don't mention
yes.
it.
Great, man.
Unfortunately, we are running out of time, Pedro. But maybe a last comment, Letizia. Would
I'll do this in
do
Java
it
and
in
share with
Java?
you guys.
Yes,
Yes, exactly,
that
Okay.
would
Leticia.
be
You can do
amazing.
it any language
Mhm.
you want, and of
Yes.
course, uh, these kind of things, I do think if someone do that in a SaaS, people gonna buy it because this is something that people would
Mm.
doesn't like to do, like cutting videos and creating stuff. So,
No, not really.
but
Yes.
I realized that it's so hard to do that in a SaaS way then I understand why people don't do that because it's not easy. Running it locally in your machine, it's okay. But when you start running in a cloud and not doing all this stuff, not
Mm.
working with videos, no easy.
Uh,
I will share here my GitHub with this workflows. Okay,
Awesome.
Amazing.
that's fine. Yes.
I'm sharing here.
It's a gift
Already
For
for
found.
you guys that are watching us. You will be able
Yeah.
to touch the code
because
of an automation like that. That's a real gift.
Yeah, you can
Or
you
now
are
Pedro is going to put the pics on the screen, and your access will only be released if you send him the pay. And just kidding.
and I put my blog as well, and I wanna put this guy here. That is a
Oh,
free ebook that I have in my
Oh,
blog,
nice.
that I created about being an AI first developer, right? So all the discussions about being an AI developer, I had an episode in my channel with a friend in Portuguese. Okay, so people want to see this. I have this episode in Portuguese with a friend, uh, uh, a senior developer, a senior engineer that works here in Canada as well. I know him for 20, more than 20 years, and now uh, we've been in this journey with AI. Not only automation tests, but working it on a daily basis, like generating code and being this the human in the loop instead of AI, instead of the tools being the social in the loop. So I think this is a new trend. It's different way to write code now. Many people don't like it. Many people are enjoying. Many people are just seeing the ocean changing directions. So that's the I think this is a good discussion. And if you want to take a look in their book and to take a look in the episode, uh, we can find that in my channel. Oh, my channel. Where is that channel? Yeah, my channel. If you want to take a look at there, my channel. Like and subscribe.
And if you
Great.
are watching us right now and you don't follow us, please subscribe to our channel as well, the Out of the Box Developer.
Exactly.
Every other
Yeah.
week, we bring some conversation about development here, or technology in general.
Yeah. Activate the bell so you will be warned when we're going to do another session here on your
Yeah.
YouTube account.
Exactly. So in 2 weeks.
Every other week, we're here.
Exactly.
Yes. So Pedro, that was amazing today. So really, I learned a lot. So I am going to check out your repository, learn even more. So thank you so much for putting together all this content. Any other last speak?
Yeah,
I think
it was
as a
amazing.
last word, is in this episode you could see like all the levels you can get with AI. Of course, we can have even more. It's the level that I could get. So I think this is something very very important that is happening today, and you need to get your hands dirty, go and try to do. If you don't, you'll never realize if it's easy, if it's not, if it's you like it, if you don't like it. So go for
Yeah.
it came to stay. We will not, we will not AI will not go from our lives anymore. So
That was amazing, Pedro. Thanks a lot for bringing that. I've learned a lot today. I've seen from where I was and how far you went here. And even if you sharing with us in your repo this for free, Gemini CLI is free, so everyone can try it. There are no excuses, and I really enjoyed it because I've heard you talking about that before, and I didn't got how much how you were doing all that, and then you came here and just showed you gave us a class on how to do it. So thank you very much. It was amazing. And let's continue in this AI journey together. You know, in the middle of this year, I reached out to you and I told you, okay, man, I need to know more about AI, and I've learned so much from there until now. And today was amazing as well. So thanks a lot, man, for bringing this knowledge to me and for our audience and for every one of us here.
thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thanks for sharing. Learned a lot. You gave me lots of ideas. I'm with Canvas open right now, and just a heads up about what I said about the feature from Gemini 3. I recommend you to activate the preview mode because Gemini 3 is awesome.
Yeah, I realized that as well. So yeah, I will definitely go.
Awesome.
Awesome. So thank you
Thank you,
so much.
everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
guys. See you
Bye-bye.
on next session. Take
See you.
care.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.